welcome to part 2 of making my first hidden Tang knife. Alright, so in the last video I made this blade and I slotted the handle for it, but today we're going to be focusing on the blade mainly. We're going to be heat treating it, cleaning it up, hand sanding it, sharpening it, doing all the stuff for the blade, and then in the part 3 we're going to move on to finishing the handle. So the first thing I'm going to do to the blade is I'm going to normalize it. So I'm going to get the structure of the steel all evened out from the forging and the sanding and all that kind of thing. I'm just going to heat it up to a fairly high temperature until it's non-magnetic anymore, and then I'm going to take it out and let it air cool. Alright, so now that's heat treated and tempered, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it over to the 1x30 belt sander because I have some old belts. I'm going to use those old belts to clean off the forge scale, and then I'm going to go to the belt grinder and I'm going to use a couple different grits and try to get it smooth and mostly shiny before I do the hand sanding and make it a little easier for myself. Alright, so I did hand sanding on the blade. As you can see, it's really shiny. I'm trying a little bit of a new kind of finish on this knife, like a mirror kind of thing. It seems to be reflecting pretty well on the camera. So I'm really happy with that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just put an edge on it. So right now, you know, it has a flat, and I'm going to just use the belt grinder. I'm going to use this little thingamajig as a guide. It's like a magnet, so that way I can get an even angle all the way across. I'm going to do that now. so we got it pretty sharp. I'm actually pretty happy with how sharp this knife is. It came out really well. Now what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to take it to the polishing wheel, and I'm just going to see if we can get this hand sanded finish any better. Alright, so now that I have the knife pretty much finished as far as the blade goes, I want to get a pin in the Tang. This is going to be the last thing we're going to do for part 2, and then we're finished with the blade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the handle block with all the other brass parts and everything. And I'm going to drill halfway through the wood until I just tap the metal. The reason I'm going to do that is because once you start going through the metal, the drill bit will actually expand, and then it will cause too big of a hole in the wood. So you want to do it separate. I'm going to line everything up. Oh, my voice is going out. But I want to line everything up by drilling through the wood and then just getting a little mark in the metal so I know where to drill. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so here we go. Here's the knife with the brass and the wood with a pin through it. So that's super awesome. This is going to be the end of part 2 of making my first Tang knife. I'm super excited about how it's working out. So in part 3, we're going to be finishing this thing up, getting the handle and the guard shaped and all that good stuff, and then gluing it up. I'm super excited to see how it turns out.